I took over, I'm Gary Davis, KE7MQF, for those who aren't aware of that. I took over as the ARES County, or Davis County ARES Emergency Coordinator. And one of the things that I wanted to do was show appreciation for a lot of the people who have done stuff for ARES in the county. And the main group that's been doing that is the Assistant Emergency Coordinators. We try and have one for every city or organization that's within the county. So I printed up some certificates and got them signed to hand out to all of the AECs. And what it says, it's got the ARRL symbol, the Davis County Amateur Radio Club symbol, and the Amateur Radio Emergency Service symbol. And then it says, Davis County Amateur Radio Club Certificate of Appreciation is hereby presented to, fill in the name, in appreciation for all that you have accomplished as Assistant Emergency Coordinator to the whatever, and presented this day, 8 December 2012. It's signed by Bob Craven, N7GTE, the Utah Section Emergency Coordinator, and Gary Davis, KE7MQF, Davis County Emergency Coordinator. So as I call your name, please step forward. John Blackham, N7TEK. Not here. Turn these around so I can see them. John Gold, N7UPI. Rich Fisher, NS7K. No? Johnny Biggs, N7CN. Paul Blankenship, KC7RAF. Thanks for all that you do. He's getting that primarily for the war wagon. Does a lot of work with that thing. Ann Blankenship, KC7RAG. She's an AEC for Woods Cross.
I'd just like to thank my assistants, Brandon Rasmussen and Rick Shees.
J.R. Westmoreland, W7JR. This is not a good show. Greg Lundell, K7 UHP. Okay. Alan Malin. Malin? Malin? Malin. David Bodley. Davis Hospital? Nope. Okay. Brett Thomas, AC7H. He's getting this as AEC for Lakeview. He also helps out a lot with the city of Bountiful and a few other things that he does that I'm not aware of.
Like the bookstore.
They haven't released the files to me yet, so I don't know. Gerald Hasty, AD7QF. Rodney Schultz, AE7X. City of Sunset? Nope. I had a lot of thought on this one, whether to give it or not. Gary Johnson, N7DND. He doesn't even show up for it.
He's coming.
I don't do anything in Bountiful.
Yeah, right.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you. Don't go too far. Raymond Bingham, KC7HOP, Farmington. Michael Groves, KD7MG for the city of Layton. And a whole lot. Thank you.
A lot of help from Dave, WY7P, and Daryl, KD7PXP. Just outstanding help.
Christian Wooten, KF7BP, South Weaver. Nope. Michael Johnson, K7RVX, Syracuse. Okay, I got a couple other certificates of appreciation. These are separated out a little bit. Brandon Rasmussen, K7BBR. He was He was Tim Seeley's assistant, administrative assistant, head paper pusher. If there's any problems with your ARES registration or anything else like that, he's the one to blame. Brad Wilcox, KJ7NO. He's not here. I invited him. I want to read his. In appreciation for all your support towards the advancement of amateur radio in Davis County. Your support to Davis County ARES and Davis County Amateur Radio Club is very much appreciated by the hams in the county. Due to your efforts, we are able to provide communication support to the county on an as-needed basis. We thank you. And they're presented this day, December 2012.
We can put it in his office before we go.
Okay, that'd be good. All right,
Without him, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing.
and I forgot, everybody who's got one of these frames,
That's Kitty Payne.
got a knife fog for you also. I forgot to hand them out. They're sitting right here and didn't even see them. Knife fogs are the National Interoperability Field Operations Guide. They have all the interoperable frequencies that the local governments, FCC, and everybody else uses. Very nice little books they have. All right, those were certificates of appreciation. I now have some certificates of merit. These are for people who have done more than just be an AEC, which entails a lot of work. But these are people who have shown extra support to local communities. The first one is for John Gold. And I'll read it. In recognition of outstanding service to the amateur radio community as program director for Davis County Amateur Radio Club, your guidance, coordination, and support of amateur radio activities provide shining examples of the amateur radio service to the local community and local government. John does a lot to support amateur radio. Oh yeah.
He's the one that wears the Superman Snuggie, by the way.
The certificates of appreciation are from the club. The certificates of merit are coming from the Amateur Radio Relay League, and they're signed by Mel Parks. Okay, this one's for Rich Fisher, NS7K. Gary Johnson, N7D&D. He does a lot for amateur radio. And not only Bountiful, but also South Davis County, and he does a lot of support for this club and all the hams in the county. Okay, certificate of merit to Michael Groves. Recognition outstanding service to the amateur radio community as AEC for Layton. Your guidance, coordination, and support of local city events have provided a shining example of the amateur radio service, local community, and local government. Mike. Tim Seeley, not here. Okay, he got a certificate of merit for putting up with all this stuff for 7 years. John Blackham, N17EK, not here. He's getting a certificate of merit for efforts that he's done in North Salt Lake and South Davis County to advance amateur radio communications. And if you knew the North Salt Lake,
Yeah.
we thank John for all of his efforts. Okay, this final one. Amateur Radio Relay League presents this certificate of merit to Davis County Amateur Radio Club, recognition of the outstanding support to the local amateur radio emergency service group. Your organization has been the guiding influence in maintaining the level of expertise of the members of the Davis County ARES. And is signed by Mel Parks, NM7P, Utah ARRL Section Manager. And I'll present that to you. Everybody got a certificate. Make sure you grab one of these things.